Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all appropriate ages, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And I'm going to try and keep this video relatively short because I just finished work, and the last 3 hours of my shift, my IBS decided to punch me in the gut harder than probably Mark Hunt could. Felt like I was doing, for the last 3 hours of my shift, a solo arbitration with just a 0 former mag and a Mark 1 Bratton. But it's like people online in the general community have been talking about, like, always endgame keeps getting brought up, content and lack of here and there, and I've done a video on this a while back talking about what you can do in Warframe to pass the time. I mean, by all means you can play other games in between playing this while you're waiting for content. I mean, I also play in between this Starblood Arena because the servers are going down in July. I'm sure everyone's got a couple of games to catch up on. I've got that. Dauntless just came out on console. I still need to finish off a few things on Doom before Doom Eternal. So you do have other games you can go to in between playing Warframe and not feel bad for leaving Warframe. Because you haven't left it, you're just taking some time away. But in between that, there are still other things you can do, and I just want to go over a few of those. Like, for instance, go here, go into all your syndicates, and just progress in buying all the mods. You may not use them, but you know that some people will be asking for them in trade chat. So just spend time going through syndicate missions.
Do you see anything interesting?
Damn it.
I see.
89 short. Sorry, 79 short. I can't count. So yeah, just go through all the syndicates, pick up all the mods, keep checking trade chat every now and then. Someone's going to want some for platinum. Mastery rank. I mean, once you get past a certain stage, mastery rank doesn't even really matter anymore. Unless you want an extra mod slot, an extra loadout slot, extra void trace capacity. Because I can't even remember what the highest mastery rank is for a weapon or a frame. But once you get past like 15, 16, it's relatively pointless. Same with where are you at? Doing Sanctuary Onslaught. You know, people are going to be a bit too lazy to want to go in and get Adaptation or Bratton or Lato Vandal parts. Go in there, see if anyone wants to trade for those. The star chart. This is where you can be the good Samaritan. Not every player, because there are always going to be new players into the game, have not done all the nodes or all the quests. And I don't know what it's like on Xbox and Nintendo, but on PlayStation there are still a bunch of trophies where they're like in the ultra rare section, and a bunch of them are still like 0.4% of the players have got it to about 1% of the players have got the trophies. I mean, even the Octavia quest and Harrow's quest, they're only like 2.5 to 3% of us have actually done it. You know, you can either go and do them yourselves if you haven't done them, and then you've got a new Warframe to play with, or you can help a player that needs to do that. I mean, it's like here in particular, I mean, it's Exterminate Archwing there, but a lot of new players will ask for help with Limbo Theorem because Archwing Interception is arguably one of the worst game types. And I can understand their pain. I ended up doing it solo and it bloody sucked. You know, you might go back and check old weapons that you've not used in a while and find a new favourite weapon for an endgame build. I can't even remember why I'm actually using a second dual scanner. I think it's because I've got to use the dual scanner to create another weapon. So I'm just using that as mastery fodder before I make another weapon with it. Other things you can do. Where are you at? Planes. Day in 18 minutes. Just Eidolon Hunt, Arcane Farm. Max out all your arcanes and you'll still have some left over. And you know players are going to want to trade for those or need help getting them themselves. Because let's face it, I mean, getting arcanes on the planes through the Eidolons is more of a pain in the arse than it is just going in here and purchasing them with your standing. At least you don't have to build them anymore. That's a huge sigh of relief. Unfortunately, we still don't have Nightwave Season 2 yet, and I know people are bitching and moaning about that because it's taken away the alerts for like Vauban and Nightane. And I agree, that is a pain in the ass. But considering they just released the Jovian Accord on PC, that means we've got like another week or two till it passes cert and comes over to console. What else is there you can do? Ah, yes. I'm going to keep going back to this bloody star chart. Void Relics. I'm sure there are some of us that still have prime weapons and prime frames we still need to get. I know I still need to get some prime weapons. But at the same time, you're going to get spares. Get the spares, trade them, or turn them into ducats for Barracuteer. Especially in July when Tenocon hits and he has his entire back catalogue of what he's tried to sell you. There's going to be some bits you've missed. So just build up your back catalogue of spare prime parts. Maybe there's something you missed that you weren't aware of. Or you can be as crazy as I was and you still need to get the HEMA from your biolab. And I spent a week just farming mutagen samples. Luckily, I have a ghost clan and it only costs 5,000 mutagen samples. And I did it with about 49 mutagen samples spare. Speaking of which, I think I have enough to build another. Yep, I do. Thank God I reminded myself. So covered, just go through all the even syndicates, other things that you can get.
What are you curious about?
Arcwing weapons, if you haven't got them already. Little trophies to add as decorations. Sculptures, to just move around the place. You need to get some spectres. You want your Void Relic packs. You want a cool new scene for Captura, if you're into that. So you can be a good Samaritan, help other players. At the same time, you're helping yourself with stuff you can eventually get for trading. And like I said, trophies. There's still about 3 trophies I need to get, but 2 of them involve K-Drive and doing 1,000,000 meters, and fuck that noise until I'm truly bored. Now we're going to come to the most controversial thing, because a lot of people do not do this anymore. Conclave! Conclave has its own challenges, has its own stand-in. There are the mods that Conclave has its own set of mods that you can only use there. And believe it or not, I find Lunaro to be fun. Cephalon capture is okay, but usually it's just one person on one team knows which way to go and it's just a complete washout. TDM can be okay. Never played 1v all. But Lunaro is always fun. Argue with me on that and you can tell them I said it. Actually, that might be an interesting thing to do. While I'm waiting for Nightwave, do I just spend as much time as humanly possible trying to find Lunario matches to build up my Conclave standing? But yeah, while people are talking about content drought, while we're waiting for Nightwave, and we've still got another couple of weeks for the Jovian Accord, where we're going to have 3 new weapons, a new Warframe, a new boss fight, a new game type, the Gas City rework. There's still a few things here and there you can do. I'm sure quite a few people haven't collected every floof and conserved every animal. I know I've still got a couple more to get. As this poor lonely git here says so. Why have you changed? I did not change your animation. You were meant to be waving at me when I came back down. What the hell happened there? Anyway, now that I've given a few little hints and tips of things you can do to keep yourself occupied while you're waiting for something more what you consider worthwhile to dig into within the next update or two, I am going to go and end this video, and then I'm going to go, I think, either hit the plains when it hits daytime just to get the last of the floofs I need, or I still need to stock up on a few more ducats because we've got another 7 days till Barrow arrives again, and I know I'm going to be spending some there, and then I'm still going to be spending some back in July because I know I've missed a hell of a lot. Either way, now it's just me giving out a little bit of advice on what you can do while you're waiting for additional, what you lot would call actual content, because there's always still something to do in a game this big. In my opinion there is anyway, but I know your opinions may differ and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Oh bloody hell, a bunch of them just left. And with that being said, I'm now going to make a quick dash. I'm going to probably do 10 of these. Then I've got to do 5 matches on Starblood today to meet the target. And then I may come back here and hit Cetus. Sounds like a plan. But until then, I shall see you all later.